Oh yeah, that thing sounds hollow.
Yeah.
This thing's a tin can.
I'm gonna need to laser skin it and spray it on there. I was also thinking about putting like Dynamat on it. Just the roof, so it doesn't sound like it's so hollow.
You know when it starts raining and then like every little drop touches the roof?
Yeah.
Actually, you're not even going to drive this thing in the rain, huh?
It's not going to be in the rain?
Because the thing will rust up right away, huh?
Whoa, 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 whoa.
No, now it is perfect. But the interior does look good.
Yeah, I think the last time you guys saw it, you were still working on the floors or something. You were replacing something.
No, I think the last video was when we put in the SR to mock up stuff.
Oh yeah.
But as you can see, it's not in anymore. I took it out. But I took it out, got it resealed.
By our favorite tech friend.
By a homeless guy. We employ a homeless guy that comes.
Homeless Henry?
Homeless Henry.
I think that's a good ring to it.
Oh man.
Yeah, so Homeless Henry pulled out the engine. I think they made a deal at Weekfest. Like they bought him a suit in exchange for like engine work.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So he ended up trading, getting a suit for engine work. And he resealed it. You got to show it, it's over there.
Yeah.
Do you want to reveal that, or is that like sensitive info?
No. I think they already saw the engine, so. So it's back here. Fully resealed by Homeless Henry. See some goodies already. Oh, there's another cover.
Oh, the suspense is crazy.
With the red valve cover too.
So this is an SR20.
It's an S13.
The early one, right? S13.
Yeah, so like the blacktop ones. Yeah. So Grady manifold. Grady oil pan. Everything's resealed. ARP head studs.
Got this nice crank pulley too.
Oh yep.
Was that the ATI?
The ATI dampeners. BC cams. So 264s.
I don't want to open it. I mean, it's like you can't really tell it's a different cam. But
Oh, yeah, it's pretty clean. Good job, Homeless Henry.
Homeless Henry.
and then we got some radium fuel injector adapters, I guess.
Yeah. I plugged napkins into it because I didn't want stuff falling into it.
And then on this side, what do we got over here? It's kind of dark, but you can kind of see it. Looks like a Tomei turbo. Fully exhaust manifold.
Yeah. It's coming along. You know, slowly but surely.
Progress is progress, right?
Yeah.
So I think the stock engine made like what, 100 horsepower? It was like a 1.6 liter, right? I think.
To be honest, I wouldn't know. The 510 came with the L20B, so the truck motor from the 620.
Which is what went in your car, your truck. And now the truck's gone.
Yep, and then...
Well, this makes like double the power.
So I think with this turbo and cams, it's probably like around 300 horsepower. Somewhere around there. And this little tin can, this thing's about to be flying. So, what else do you do to this car? I saw there's like a whole bunch of T3 stuff.
Yeah, so T3, lowering coilovers with camber plates. There's also the G2X lower control arms. I also have the JB Coachworks subframe and a Ford Escort right-hand drive steering rack.
And then that you flip over to make it left-hand drive.
Yes, and then
That's
got
such a-
rid of the steering box, and then what else?
Wait, explain the subframe. Is that needed for an SR swap?
Yes, for the SR, it's a front sump oil pan. So you either need to flip the OEM the other way backwards, and then you kind of have to like notch it, or you could go with Coachworks here.
So it was necessary to do this.
Yeah, and with me going the SR turbo, the steering box would have been in the way because I'm currently doing it in the OEM position. Typically, people move the turbo forward to clear the steering box, and
Yeah, so the steering box would sit like right around this area.
no,
Or is it back here?
the steering box is actually right here.
Oh, okay. So that's right where the turbo is sitting on the SR20.
Yep, and the steering rack actually hits a little bit of in the block, so we kind of had to like reposition some plugs and stuff like that. So
Dang, this is kind of crazy.
yeah, kind of try to clean up the engine bay. Clean up some holes, remove holes that I don't need. Took off the little battery tray because I'm gonna have the battery in the back. And tuck and shave, redo the gas lines and brake lines, kind of clean it up so it looks a little bit nicer.
You ever done a project this big?
No, unfortunately, this is my first project.
Were you
Probably it's gonna be my last too.
were
so.
you expecting it to be this big of a project?
For me, it was kind of like if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it once and do it like how I wanted it. I didn't want to just do it and then like five years down the line, like I want to redo it. So if I was gonna do it, I was gonna do it all at once. However long it took, just to actually have a product that I thoroughly enjoyed, like 20 years from now, 10 years from now.
Oh, dang, this thing's gonna be a keeper then.
Yeah. So it's gonna be a family heirloom.
Oh man.
Gonna get passed down.
Your kid's about to be like, man, I don't want this SR20 power car. Give me electric.
That's not gonna be my kids. It's gonna be the wrong kids. But yeah, and then was it drive shaft shop, custom drive shaft, and a Subaru WRX STI from a 05 diff, and a CV axles in the rear. Replaced the wheel bearings in the back as well. Power coated the rear subframe.
Can we actually see that from there?
Yeah, I don't think you can.
No, you can't see it, but. Oh, wait, I got my flashlight. So there's a CV axles,
Bye YouTube.
Subaru diff, T3 shocks, and then you got the big brakes too.
Yeah, I got the Brembo big brake kits, front and back.
Willwood.
Oh yeah, sorry, Willwood. It's been so long, I don't remember. And then
You can't see it through these wheels, but.
Matte Dat fuel cell. So yeah, it's been a really long time. Researching and picking up parts and replace the floor pan. Still got some holes to fix. A lot of body work, paint,
It's crazy, just like what painting the interior did to this car, because it just looks almost completely different.
Yeah, it definitely looked like a Frankenstein car because like the floor pans were green from KF Vintage, and then like the braces were like silver, and then the rears were just like the rear pans were rusted out where the rear seats are, and so that was just like straight up like metal. But yeah.
Cool. So what's next?
So what's next is paint, body.
Yeah, once we get all this body work done.
Yep. And then plumbing for like kind of clear this stuff up right here. And then an engine shave, and then at that point, and then undercoating. You know, wouldn't want it to rust again. Thanks, Datsun. Yeah, if I were to redo the bottom and then put everything together, headliners, roll cage, and then like a little system in the back so I can have like, I don't know, like subs and...
You have most of the parts to like put it together, right?
Yeah, I pretty
Like
much...
to get it running and driving, you have like everything?
Yeah, I have the... Oh, actually, one thing I don't have is the electrical. So I don't have the engine harness. Well, I have the OEM engine harness, but I don't have like... I was going to do a custom engine harness and redo the body harness, and then kind of add certain things that I wanted, or certain features that I wanted that just kind of integrated into the body.
So some things that we all know in here is you got some nice seats. You got something going on with the gauge cluster over there.
Yeah.
But, you're not going to reveal that yet, huh?
No, I mean, I post it on my IG sometimes, so if you guys follow me on my IG, I post it randomly and stuff like that.
What's your IG though?
It's Big L 206. So I've gotten small parts here and there that I've posted. But yeah, I have my seats. I have brackets.
You got the wheels too.
I have my wheels.
They're actually sitting upstairs, but you're gonna have to wait for that.
Yeah.
Top secret info, right?
Top secret. Technically leaked already, but you know, whatever. And then I think the major rust part right now is this rear lower rocker right here.
Oh yeah, you have that part, right? I think it's actually sitting over there.
I have this part that technically I think stopped right here. So I think Sean was telling me we're just gonna cut this part off, and then he's just gonna redo this part right here. Yeah, headliner, roll cage, and then no rear seats.
Oh come on, man!
No passenger.
It's a two-seater, 2 doors, 2 seats.
I miss riding in the back of this.
You only did it once.
It was so fun.
What do you mean?
Because we scraped over bumps. There's water coming in.
Oh yeah. So when I first bought the car, I don't know who did it, but they stuck the muffler like right underneath the passenger seat, and so I think we took it off to go eat or whatever, and we hit a bump. It was a full car, and it literally almost tore off my muffler. But yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That was fun. We somehow all crammed into this little car, went to go eat. It was like super low, I think.
Can't believe we survived. Yeah. Doing the rust repair, like there were so many holes and.
Yeah, I think you got most of it, huh?
Yeah.
So most of the rust was like
Yeah, a lot of it was
in
on the
these
floor.
panels and then these floors, which is obviously replaced already. So now it's pretty much rust free. So I guess that pretty much sums up the 510. Progress updates won't be that often, just because it's kind of like a lot of work, a lot of like tedious work.
Well, I tried, but it's kind of like I'm working and then I'm like, oh shit, I didn't record that, or like it's kind of
Yeah, it's hard to work and record at the same time.
yeah.
Yeah, especially like when you get in the zone.
Anyways, I think everything is like pretty much figured out, like the exhaust, right? And where the engine mounts up and like how the intercooler is, the piping wise.
Yeah, hot side, cold side is pretty much done.
And so like the intercooler is figured out, the exhaust is figured out. I guess the main thing now is just body work and paint.
Yep.
And then after you get that done, it should look a lot different, obviously.
And undercoating.
Undercoating. That's probably gonna be the first thing or the next thing we do, huh? It's just undercoating.
Yeah, I want to do the undercoating just so that it kind of finishes everything out, and then
And then body work.
and yeah, the body work. If you're in the area, hit me up.
Hey, we're looking for a guy that can do body work.
Yeah. Oh, and all the like insulation crap,
Yeah. So I guess
so that it'll actually look like one color instead of like this silver black thing. I don't know why Port 15 gave you like two different colors.
I didn't even know there's a silver thing.
Yeah, actually, there's three colors. There's like a gloss black. There's a silver, and then there's like a just like black. But yeah.
What do you think then, huh? When is this car gonna be done?
2025.
Oh damn, a couple more years.
No, I mean we're making progress and stuff like that, but I wouldn't want to rush it. The enjoyment of it when it will be done will be really cool. I think I bought it in 2018. Didn't really start it until like 2020.
Man, it's been a while, huh? Yeah.
So it's been about 3 years. Yeah. Kind of forever project, I guess. Very, very big project.
It's a hell of a project.
Yeah. And unfortunately,
I don't think anyone in our group has gotten anything into anything like this.
Yeah. So my next one, I got another one already lined up, but it won't be as crazy as this. Well, that'd be pretty cool, though.
Dang, another project?
Yeah, do you want to see it?
That's the life, right? The project car life.
But yeah, I mean, I didn't even think that I was gonna get it. It just happened to.
Oh, the other car.
Yeah, it just came into my possession, my ownership.
Yeah. But that's a later thing.
Yeah.
We gotta focus on this thing first.
But yeah.
Okay.
So, I
looking
guess-
for a body and paint guy. Get this guy up.
Located in a Seattle area, let us know. If not, he's gonna be working on his body for like the next 5 years.
If you want me to finish my car, come help me, please. This is the plea.
All right, there you go.
Alright, until next time.
See ya.